Hi, I'm Amanda from Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making this really cute Eskimo Christmas card, and I'm going to be sharing some information about Stampin' blends. So before I get started on the card, I just want to show you a few things about Stampin' blends. They launched on the 1st of November 2017. We have got leaflets available with all the information about them. I'm really happy to pop one in the post to you if you're in the UK. My email address is amanda@inspiringinkin.com. If you let me have your postal address, I'll get one in the post to you straight away. The Stampin' blends, we've got all the colours here. How you're actually going to blend. We've got a brand new stamp set, a card kit, and this is all of the colours. Now we have 12 different colour combinations, and for each colour we have a light and a dark marker. So let me show you. This is Calypso Coral. So you've got a dark marker and a light marker. The lids are really securely placed on the pens, so you do have to expend a bit of energy getting the lids off. That is really, really important. That snap is really important. They have alcohol in them, so what we want to do is make sure that the lids are on as much as they can be. That means that the alcohol isn't going to evaporate. There are two different types of tips on the pen. So we've got a marker tip and a brush tip, and they're denoted by the images, but also the thick white line and the thin white line, which is exactly the same as our Stampin' Right markers. So that's the brush tip end, which is quite a firm end, and that's the let's start that again. That's the marker tip end, which is quite firm. This is the brush tip, which is quite bendy. The lids themselves will stack one on top of another, so for storage, so whilst you're using the markers. And the markers are square-sided, so they'll sit on your crafting desk and they're not going to roll away. Now, the other really important thing for you to know is you need to keep them lying down. There is a central reservoir that has the ink, and you don't want to stand them on their end so that the ink all goes to one end or the other. So keep them lying flat. So these are the colours that we have. There is Cherry Cobbler, Pool Party, Calypso Coral, Bermuda Bay, Smoky Slate, Daffodil Delight, Rich Razzleberry Crumb Cake, Pumpkin Pie, Pink Pirouette, Night of Navy, just checking, yep, Night of Navy, Old Olive, and then we have these three special markers. These two are fabulous markers for skin tones, so we have Ivory and Bronze. And then this is the colour lifter. Now what this actually does is if you make a mistake or you've put too much colour on an image, you can lift it off with the colour marker. There are also techniques and things that you can use with that, so watch out for some more videos showing you those. The other really important thing that you're going to need if you're going to have Stampin' blends is a Memento ink pad. This ink is the right one to use with these alcohol markers. Don't use a solvent-based or alcohol-based ink because it will just smear and rub. This is the one that you want. Okay, so I am going to grab two sets of markers and this one. Okay, and actually this is the card that I've shown you already that I'm going to be making. And it's using this stamp set with the matching punch, which is called Cookie Cutter Christmas. Now there are a couple of images here which are solid, which are great just for stamping and punching out, but these three images, so Rudolph, Santa and the Eskimo, are fab for colouring in. And I'm not really doing any blending with the blends today. I know that kind of sounds a bit crazy, but I just want to show you how beautifully they colour in. So no streaky lines or anything, it's fabulous. So that's the stamp set and the punch. Here are a couple of other cards. So there's Santa and there is Rudolph. Okay, so let's get a piece of card. Now you can use our normal Whisper White card or the thick Whisper White card. And to ink up the stamp with Memento and stamp that down. Now I have just re-inked this Memento ink pad, so I'm just going to leave it for a minute just to dry whilst I do the other bits of the card. So here, this is Winter Wonder, which is a new embossing folder. Everybody needs this. It's fabulous. So if you're in need of quick Christmas cards, this is awesome. I've already embossed that with my Big Shot. And I'm just going to stamp the greeting. Check I've got it upside, got the right way up. So that's that. And then for the inside, I need to stamp another Eskimo. Okay, so that's all the components. So I will start with this one. Now, what I've actually got here are the Bermuda Bay blends and pool party. I'm just going to start with the lightest of the blends, which is this one, which is the pool party, and I'm just doing all his fur. It's just so quick and it's so easy to colour in. I'm not an artist really. I love to stamp, and the fabulous thing about Stampin' Up stamps is that artists have actually drawn them for us. But I find that with these blends, it actually really allows me to feel like I'm making a little work of art. So I'm just going over these bits. And the brilliant thing about it is if you go over the top of where you've just been, you can actually lay down extra colour. So I'm just going to go over this bit again, and you'll just see it just makes it just a little bit darker. And oh, I've missed a bit just there, look. And then we're going to use the darker, which this is Bermuda Bay, and then the darkest colour of all for his little boots. There we go. There he is, finished, coloured in. No lines where you've gone over places. It's fabulous. Now, it's important that you know that the colour will come through on the other side. So make sure you're using grid paper or scrap paper to be able to, that you're not going to mark a piece of work that you've just done. And I forgot when I was doing this the first time, and I'd stamped lots of flower images and I was busy colouring them in, and I leant on those images, and the ink actually bled all the way through and went onto the second sheet. So do make sure that you have a scrap piece of paper underneath. Right, I'm actually doing this one. This is for the inside. I'm just doing it in reverse. And then this one just for the last few bits. They are so lovely to colour with. Okay, so there we have it. So that is the card pretty much done. All I'm going to do is get my punch, and you know me, I love my punches, and when I've got a stamp set and a punch combination, that's brilliant. So that's that one, and let's just get the Tombow in. So we're going to put the Winter Wonder embossed layer on the front. Make sure you put a good amount of glue on because it's really quite a deep embossing, and it'll just, you just need a good amount of glue to get it stuck down well. I'm going to put the inside in. You always need an inside layer. Finishes the card off beautifully. And then I'm just going to get a few dimensionals. Actually, I'll just put one more there. And pop him down. So a really, really quick Christmas card there. It's quite flat, so it will easily go in the post. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and seeing all the information about Stampin' Blends and the 3 cards that I shared with you. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that you've seen today, please pop over to my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com, or if you're on YouTube, please scroll down and you'll see direct links. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, that way you'll be the first to know when I release new videos. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye!